All right, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Truth, where I give you the truth as I see it. I just wanted to make an extremely short video, just capitalizing and talking about a couple of things here. Number one, the SEC, excuse me, the Federal Reserve, they just had their FOMC meeting, and it doesn't appear like they're going to cut rates anytime soon, but they did mention that they're going to stop QT or slow down QT or quantitative easing. So you guys might want to listen in on that. Number two, XRP. It does seem like XRP is geared up for another bump up. I don't know exactly where that's going to be, but there are a lot of tailwinds going the Ripple lawsuit is finally going down. Thank you, Gary Gensler. And then also, just by the way, I don't hold any XRP, not a single dime of XRP. So I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just giving information out. Solana is absolute garbage and trash. I've been saying this for years, and I'm gonna continue saying it because I think they just got real popular. They got a lot of people made a lot of money. Rinse and repeat sort of thing. They did do a couple of things in which they're just on a faster blockchain. But as far as scalability, as far as operations go, I mean, things just shut down all the time. So I don't know. And then they made that awkward video, so you guys might want to look into that as well. I don't know. We're in a market right now, especially in the crypto space, where everybody is just ooh and ahs over people who are companies or organizations that know how to advertise well, that know how to make connections and know how to make themselves known. And then they get a bunch of developers on that because of the fact that, excuse me, you guys, because of the fact that um, they're able to, how should I say, they're the first ones to come in. So obviously they're just going to gain all of that revenue. And a lot of developers, they want, when you get hype, when you get a little bit of hype, you get people who are excited, and you get these developers, hey, this is the next big thing, and they want to develop things on it. You know what I'm saying? Which totally makes sense. Unlike some companies or organizations, they want to try to make sure that they have a perfect, excuse me, wow, these calls are getting ridiculous. They want to try to have a perfect um, uh, you know uh, business and or business model, and you know a lot of people aren't really, or their advertising is terrible. And there are a couple of projects in the 100s and the 200s and possibly even the 300s. I think a couple in the 300s that I saw. They're very solid projects, but I mean, they're just they're projects that work. They're advertising that the people don't know, and if people don't know, then and there's no hype and there's no developers that are interested. It's really difficult, right? But then once it starts to get going and starts trading, and people say, oh, you know what, I can save money, or save money, or this is more efficient. Eventually it'll get to them ears. They hear or they see their other developer friends, and one developer is like, hey man, check this out, that type of thing. So it can grow organically from there, but it takes a lot of time. And Solana, on the other hand, and I think a couple of other projects, I'm gonna go ahead and call them out. Internet Computer. I still don't even know where their liquidity comes from. I don't know what's up with them, but they have a lot of connections. They boast that they have all of these big name companies and organizations that they're working with, and that they're building on. So that's just one. I'm not trying to you know get onto Internet Computer or ICP, but yeah, as far as price goes, a lot of people lost a lot of money. I think it was like $780 some that it went up to, possibly even five, but it was high. It was up there. Now, the other thing I wanted to get into, or just want to give you guys a stark warning. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, so you guys do whatever you need to do in your lives. But I need you guys to understand that my opinions are just my opinions only. But I've been saying this for a couple years now. Now, so far, I think there was only one time in history that stagflation has taken place. I honestly believe that stagflation in the United States, I don't know how other um, countries are going to operate, but in the United States, we have to be extremely careful because I do think we're getting close to stagflation. I made like a good hour and a half. I know my videos are long, boring. I get it. But I made like a hour long video of why I believe stagflation is going to happen. And it's all going to exactly, something has to break within the system, and the system right now is breaking. And one of the things I want you guys to understand is that the system doesn't care about you. So this year, while I still do believe that there's going to be a bull run, so for many of you guys who are crypto fans and you're going to be making a whole lot of money during this bull run or this year, because there's a lot of positive news, there's a lot of things going on. I still, on the other hand, I will say, personally, I believe that this is not the time because we are most likely going to go into a recession. The SEC, so this is how things are going to play out. In the next month and a half, next month and a half, I do believe that we're going to go into a recession. And if we don't, great. This is what I believe. I think after the recession, I think that they're going to cut interest rates. Or if there's a hint, or if when things crash, they're gonna cut interest rates. When they cut interest rates, obviously money is gonna start pouring in. Inflation is gonna go up higher, and then we're gonna enter a realm in which we're getting close to stagflation. I've said this about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and the breadcrumbs. I mean, it's just crumbling all the way there. So now is really not the time to flick your boss off or tell them that they can kiss your ass or whatever, and then quit your job, even if the crypto market takes off. Obviously, if you're a millionaire, just leave peacefully and live your life. Try not to do that, or go around kicking trash cans. I'm rich, bitch. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is I want you guys to be very, very careful. I've seen how this goes, especially in the crypto space. We get into not only just where we get into a lull period of where we are right now in the crypto space, but then also people start losing money, and they don't see they're not making extra money. And as inflation goes down, obviously we get close to that whole recession thing, and it's like, oh my God, like things happen in life, people get sick, emergency happens, and you got to spend money. And then, you're looking at your portfolio and you're like, well, I don't have any emergency fund. I don't have this. Now's the time to start building up an emergency fund just for food or extra things. Just be very, very careful, you guys. Okay. I'm still making a video this evening about distributed ledger technologies. And I've been making some notes, especially just to give you guys a heads up. I'm just talking about the different DLTs and what they're trying to do within the economic space within the world, and their progress and where they've been and where they're trying to go. We're going to talk about a little bit about TPS, or transaction per second, for some of you guys who don't know, and then we're going to go from there. So I'm just giving you guys a quick synopsis of my viewpoints on the crypto space right now. It's getting kind of crazy. There's a lot of good headwinds, tailwinds. There's tariffs. The name tariffs going all over the place. What's his face? Part of the Federal Reserve. I can't. Oh man, I forgot his name already. But anyway, he was saying, something's transitory. Look, he is the last person to say any word, a damn word, about the word transitory. Nobody, especially him, should ever be talking about inflation being transitory. We're done with that. Okay, nobody's believing you. And they actually asked him the question. They said, "Hey, why should anybody believe you?" He's like, "Oh, well, this time is different." Yeah, it was the first time that it happened, and it wasn't transitory. And obviously, we all know there's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a lot of price gouging going on, and of course, I'm sorry, but it's just the truth. A lot of companies, organizations are greedy, and that's what they did. And that's why it's not transitory, because they're not going to go down in price. Everything just continues to go back up. And that's slightly because of inflation as well, but it's also part of, price gouging. Anyway, I thought this video would be a very quick video. I feel like I've been talking very fast, so maybe I just have a lot to say. But anyways, you guys have a wonderful day. I just want to give you guys a quick synopsis on the markets and what it's looking like right now. I have no comments on Bitcoin. I have no comments. I'd already said my piece about XRP and Ethereum as well. Transaction fees has been a problem with Ethereum. It's always been a problem with Ethereum. So we're gonna have to see where they're lying with where they're going with that. But anyway, you guys, please, as I always say, do your own research, do your own research, do your own research. And last but not least, above all else, please stay safe out there, okay? Bye, you guys.